In this video, I want to talk about catastrophizing. What does catastrophizing mean? Do you do it? And then I'm going to share a recent experience I had where I catastrophized. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete, and welcome to Studio Live today, where my goal is to help you create, record, and release your best music. And I talk a lot on the channel here about getting out of your comfort zone, trying new things, doing things different that are going to help you with your music creation, your music recording, and releasing your music. But talk is cheap. So in this video, I'm going to share an experience that I had recently where I got well and truly out of my comfort zone and what actually happened. So here's the situation. I'm in the process of getting back into live performing. So for the past 4 years here on Studio Live today, I've been doing videos, I've been doing music creation and recording and mixing and mastering and tutorial videos and a whole bunch of other things. But the one thing that's still left on my list that I need to do more of is actually performing my music in public. So I'm looking into different options to do that. So when my daughter's piano teacher actually said, "Hey, would you like to perform a song at the piano recital on the weekend?" I said yes, against my probably better judgment, because hey, it was a little bit strange, a little bit out there, but I wanted to actually do it because again, it is challenging me to do something. And I actually decided I wanted to play, instead of guitar or vocal or doing something, I wanted to play a song on the piano and accompany with my own vocals. So yeah, talk about levels of comfort zone. I know some of you are actually already sort of starting to get the heart palpitations going. What actually happened next was that I practiced my song. I performed my song Summer. So cut to the chase there. I practiced, I made sure that everything was going well and that I could perform this song. So we get to the place where, the church in fact, where it was being performed. The other kids are all playing their songs and I'm sitting there and something starts going through my head. And this is where the catastrophizing is coming into this. Catastrophizing is where you take a situation and you think about the worst possible scenario, the worst possible outcome, instead of the more realistic or the more likely thing that's actually probably going to happen. So what was my thoughts? Well, it was, oh, I don't even know what the first chord is. What happens if I get up there and I plunk down the first chord and then completely freeze? What happens if I forget the lyrics to my own song? It happens a lot. My wife will tell you I'm very bad at remembering my own lyrics. So what can I actually do here? And it started circling around. So this is what happens with someone who catastrophizes. You go to the end and then that just starts circling around in your head and you're thinking, oh my gosh, the worst possible thing is going to happen. Here's why you need to push through. If you are experiencing this, and I certainly was, here's why you need to push through this. It is virtually never as bad as your brain is thinking it's going to be. It's usually somewhere between okay, good, and amazing. Like, it might even not be amazing, but if it's okay or good, you need to tell your brain that everything's going to be all right, that the absolute worst case scenario is actually unlikely. Those sort of things are called happenstance and chance and one percenters because they don't very much happen. So there I was waiting to go on. My daughter actually played her piece and then it was time for me to go up there. And here's what happens. So, did the worst possible thing happen? No. Was it amazing and the best performance of my life? No. But did this prove that I can do it? And will this help me next time? Yes, and that is the key. This is the point I wanted to make. This wasn't just for me to show you a performance I did, because to be very honest, I'm not super proud of that performance, but I wanted to show it and I wanted to talk you through what happened beforehand, because I've got a feeling that a lot of you will relate to this, and a lot of you are probably in this position. And it comes from giving presentations in class, doing live performances, doing presentations in your job, in your workplace, whatever it happens to be. For whatever reason, when we get up in public to do things, we think of the worst possible thing that can happen. 99.9% of the time, that worst thing is simply well out of the realms of possibility. And at worst, you might stumble over a few words. You might stumble over a few chords, as you saw in my performance there. So what is the point of all this? Well, if you are a catastrophizer, if you have that natural tendency, please don't let it stop you from trying to do things. And what I say about comfort zones is that you don't want to go from this to this. So I had practiced, I did some shows, I did some performances here on the channel. I built out my comfort zone. And next for me is getting out there and doing some busking, getting out there and doing open mic nights, going and doing my own live show. So that is how I'm building it out. So if, like me, you're a catastrophizer, what you need to do is prove to yourself that you can do it. And every time you expand out and that you grow your confidence, then you're going to find that the next time it is so much easier, because you've proven to that brain of yours that wants to think the worst that the worst is simply not going to happen. I hope you found this interesting, entertaining, insightful, or any of the above. Thanks for watching. There's 2 more videos where I rant about other things down below. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking or tapping up there, and I'll see you next time.